Hey guys!
Hello!
This video is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. We're going to take a couple steps back. We've had a lot of changes. First off, huge thank you to all you guys and all the support that you've given us. This has been a pretty challenging time for Brandy and I, so we really appreciate you guys.
We want to let you guys know that we've been reading all the comments and it's just so heartfelt. We really appreciate it, and it's just so amazing to see how many lives Oona touched with her little goggles and her smile, and she was just the best pup ever, and we're just so grateful for all of you guys who have followed along. Obviously, we're still very emotional and we're still grieving and we're still getting through all of this, so we very much appreciate you guys.
So what we want to do in this video is talk about what our short-term goals are now, because things have changed quite a bit.
A lot of it. First off, we are still here in Statia. We've been here for 8 weeks. 8 weeks.
We're gonna buy property.
Yes. We love it so much here, and it's just literally become one of our favorite islands. I think this is the longest we've ever been in one anchorage outside of hurricane season.
Yes.
So it definitely says a lot about this island. Even though it's only 8.1 square miles, there's a lot to do here. And one thing that we've been doing is actually visiting the dog shelter, and we're walking the dogs and feeding the dogs and cats and just giving them extra love. And you could see that on our last episode, and a lot of you guys reached out about how can you help, maybe possibly adopting. We didn't have any information at that time, so we reached out to one of the shelter members and they gave us a little bit more. Contact information will be in the description below, so check that out. If you have any extra questions, feel free to email us at beauandbrandy@gmail.com. But they are looking for, of course, adoptions to loving homes, donations to help travel for that, donations for food and leashes, and anything that they possibly could help. It's anything, small, little, big. But we've just been having a great time, and giving some extra love to them has really helped healing our hearts. So thank you guys so much for any help that you guys are looking to give, even just spreading the news of the shelter here.
Some of you guys have asked and suggested that we get another dog. Well, no dog is gonna replace Oona, and we're just not ready for that yet. Will we get another dog? Yes, but probably not till we get through the South Pacific. All the research that we've done says that it's really difficult having a dog on board because of all the restrictions and paperwork and money that it takes. So we've actually, between Brandy and I, we've always discussed that once Oona did pass, because we knew it was just a matter of time, that's when we would actually seriously planning going to the South Pacific.
We've actually have tried to be convinced by our friends Brooke and Gary over on One Life to actually help them buddy boat or sail their boat down and get our own boat while we're there.
It's a possibility. I mean, 4 people doing that crossing would be way
so
better than just 2.
Now, what are the things that we could possibly look at for Saoirse that we need to update? Those are things that we just have a huge list of, opposed to looking at a different boat that has all of those things, like a rolling furler,
or a windane,
or even a So now you can see maybe looking at a different boat would be the best option. Now, if that's something that we're gonna do now or later, we're not sure. But for now, we're looking at actually just cruising in Saoirse for probably another year or so, especially since COVID has changed up the plans.
We're actually gonna leave very soon. The next weather window, we're getting out of here.
We keep saying, we're gonna leave soon, we're gonna leave soon.
Oh, we're gonna leave in a week or 2.
And then we find out there's something else on island to do, or, weather doesn't change right, or, typical boat life.
But once we leave here, we're gonna go to the next little tiny island, Saba. and move on from there to the USVIs. From there, we're gonna head south to Bonaire or Curacao, depending on which one is open.
Yeah, Bonaire is actually closed at the moment, so that's the hard thing.
You don't know.
We have a plan.
Yeah, a loose plan. And then ultimately end up in Colombia, Panama area.
For hurricane season. I think we may be trying to get hauled out in Curacao, do bottom paint and some cosmetic things possibly.
Yeah, there are a few boat projects that we must take care of, regardless if we're gonna keep her or not. Just regular maintenance that needs to be done to her.
If you guys have questions about what it would take for us to bring Saoirse up to standard for our comfortability to be able to sail across the Pacific, let us know in the comments below and we'll try to answer them.
Saoirse was pretty beat up when we first got her. We did a little bit of work to her to get her out here and floating and somewhat safe. But there is a ton of work that still needs to be done to her for us to actually feel comfortable and want to keep her around.
She was never our forever boat. It was a boat that we were going to learn on. It was a boat that we didn't even know if we liked sailing. She's got us here, and that's been the main purpose of her. So as much as we love Saoirse, we can keep her, or we can actually look into getting another boat.
We're gonna save our pennies for the next couple years and then really dial into the boat that we want to be on long term.
Yeah. Because we still have so much more to discover. We still have the East Coast, the South, and the West of Central America. So I think we're set for a little while until South Pacific gets a little bit more stable with the COVID going on anyway. So there's so many things that are closed down there. We're not in a super big rush to get down.
So those are our loose plans in a nutshell.
We really are kind of at the mercy of opening and closing of countries and COVID and all sorts of little things. We never even knew we were going to be here this long, so bear with us, but we did give a plan, so hopefully we can stick to it a little bit. But hurricane season, we will be down south for sure.
We reached out to our patrons and asked them to give us some questions that they were curious about.
All right, so Josh asks, love to get a shout out for all the fellow UCF grads.
Go Knights!
Both Beau and I graduated from the University of Central Florida.
Back in the day.
What is your next big boat project?
Well, we kind of already talked about it, but we're going to get hauled out and completely redo the bottom.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to do a lot of sanding, maybe even sandblast.
Yeah, I think it might be better to just sandblast it.
Yeah.
But we need to put an epoxy barrier on and new anti-foul. And also, we need to fix a leaky rudder post. So that'll be a big project.
I would also like the counter to be redone, so we'll see if that happens.
Cosmetics. Here on Saoirse, we're all about function over form.
Beau is.
I'm very much, I don't really care what it looks like as long as it works. And Brandy, not so much.
Number 3, any plans to return stateside?
Actually, Brandy's you're gonna go visit family, right?
So when we're heading to the USVIs, I'm gonna take a flight out. None of my family actually knows this yet, but I'm going to pop in and say hi to everybody. Actually, probably should tell somebody. And then pick up any extra mail that we have, anything extra that we might need. This is the first time going home since we left. So I haven't seen any of my little nieces or nephews for 2.5 years. So it's
long overdue.
Long overdue. I can't wait to see everybody. What can we do to make your lives a bit better? You're doing it.
Just all the support that you guys give us is more than enough. So we really appreciate it. Scott and Diane, what are the land-based treats you miss? Ooh, that's a good one.
Whatever they are, I'm hoping to get a lot of them when I get back. I would say outside of family, which I'm going to be able to go see, probably a nice hot bath.
Ooh,
a long bath with a book and candles
and bubbles.
Bubbles.
Yeah, that would be nice. A bath. like a legit shower even.
But we had a legit shower at the hotel.
We did. That was nice, but that's what I kind of miss. Like,
oh, when you do get them?
yeah. They're few and far between. We do shower here on Statia, but it's like we heat up water and we put it in a jug and we pour it over our heads. I think that's kind of the one thing that we've always had is we left with pretty much nothing and we just built up as we went. And thanks to all the generous people.
We need to make a list of all the things that we've actually been gifted from other sailors or you guys, or it's just, I mean, pretty much Statia is a patchwork of all of our viewers and our friends that we've met along the way on cruising boats. Yeah. I mean, we would not be in the situation that we are now, I don't think, comfortability-wise.
Right.
Tom asks, what are some things / items you need or wish you had on the boat? There's little things like having new tennis shoes. You know, we're doing a lot of hiking, and when you start out this lifestyle, you don't think, oh, there's going to be mountains and volcanoes to hike, because as you may vision, it's going to be white sand beaches and palm trees. But here in the Eastern Caribbean, it's a lot of hiking and a lot of walking. A lot of walking.
Yeah, a lot of walking. A lot of rocky areas. We're really going to invest money in is going to be camera equipment. Right now, what we have, what we use works, but for us, we want to keep improving, so we want to make it better quality for you guys.
And for us.
Well, and for us, yeah. I mean, we love making videos for ourselves as well, because we want to go back and enjoy watching what we produced. If we don't like watching it, then we're not going to force you guys to watch it, right? It's like, we don't want to put crap out there. Yeah. Recently, actually, I broke our drone. We were hiking and I fell on it, so.
Maybe I'll insert that clip right here. What happened?
This guy gave way on me.
Just remodeling.
Yeah, remodeling.
Jeez. Careful holding on the branches. So we've been using a lot of drone footage from our friends.
Yeah, thank you, Gary, from One Life. Yeah. He's got some awesome shots that you guys have seen already.
But we are just grateful that we actually got gifted that drone, and now we really enjoy those shots, and I know that you guys do as well, so we're looking for that. But outside of that, I mean, we're very minimalistic here on Statia. I don't know what else we would need.
Yeah.
Little things, I think.
And I tell Brandy all the time, like, as long as it was me and her in a cardboard box, whatever, we'll make it work.
Fiberglass box now, huh?
Yeah, fiberglass box.
And then he does ask if we have an Amazon wish list on, or wish list on Amazon, which we do. We don't have a lot of things on there. I guess we could update it with some things. And then how do we get things to you?
So if you guys are feeling generous and want to send us something, we are more than appreciative of it. So we'll just give us a little comment.
But we will leave the Amazon link in the description below, so if you guys want to check it out, go for it. All right, sailing brass ring, Leroy. I'm gonna let you take this one.
All right. Hey guys, as you know, I'm on the same model Pearson. Yeah, he's actually been updating us on his progress, which is really cool. I am currently slowly doing a refit, and I've got a ton of questions for y'all. So here it goes. Solar. I see you've built a battery system using repurposed automotive batteries. How has this worked out for you? Amazing. I have no bad things to say about it. The solar is actually enough. Even though we added a water maker and we have all these other components like our induction stove.
Our computers, our laptops are
a big draw because both of us are editing now just to improve the quality of the videos. So that's actually taken a little bit of a heavier hit. It would be nice to get more solar, but what we have works. Leroy also asked, can you share some specs and would you do it the same way again and what changes would you make? That's a really good question, and I'm actually gonna make a full video.
Full video. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, I think.
So I'm actually gonna make a full video about that. Hopefully in the next month or so.
If you guys have questions, though, be sure to drop them in the comments because we would love to see them now.
We have quite a bit of experience with it. There's a lot of testing that we haven't done that Brandy's actually suggested a few good ideas that we are going to try to incorporate just to give you guys a better idea of what our setup can do for you.
What those crazy solar panels that articulate do. Oh, so many people. What are those Mickey Mouse ears doing for you? So we're excited about actually doing a full video about that because there have just been so many questions that we've had.
Yeah.
So we'll be going back through the old comments, but if you guys are watching now and have more comments and questions that you would like to know about it, please leave them in the comment section below.
Yeah, and Leroy, I will get to your questions, I promise.
I think that's
pretty much it. That's everybody who asked questions.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate you guys taking the time out and listening to us ramble on about our lives. Hopefully you got a little something.
So if you guys have any questions, comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. And we're really excited about next week's video. So be sure you are subscribed, hit that little subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.